Welcome to episode 13 of Noob Show.
Oh, yay.
We're in the double digits now.
Double digits. What a scary time.
If this is episode 13, we've been in double digits for a few episodes now.
At least 4. But now we're in this one.
I don't know if you were quite sure on how numbers work, Noob.
I don't know. I've obviously gotten at least 4 of these numbers wrong, and no one's called me out on it.
I did, several times.
Well,
yeah, but he's the editor, so he gets to choose what stays in and what goes.
Speaking of that, if you're listening from last week, my trip got canceled.
Oh,
Grandma came home early. So I had to... Kevin, did you listen to the last episode? Do you know what trip I'm talking about? The trip to Oregon?
Yes.
For psychedelic studies. But no, Grandma came home from the hospital. We all have to help her out for a little while. So
well,
that's
good that Grandma's home. That she's not in the hospital anymore.
I mean, yeah.
But she ruined my trip. That old bitch.
Nah. I love that woman very much. Mostly because her truck's in my name, so... Or my truck is in her name.
Oh, there it is.
Aww.
I need to sort that out.
Why don't you go take the trip with Grandma?
Because I'm afraid she won't come back.
Well, hey, if you're going to go out, that would be a good way.
She's also on a lot of medication, and they don't know how everything reacts with that.
Yeah. Better safe than sorry.
She's always wanted to get high on her front porch, but couldn't because she's on, blood thinners and stuff. And that wacky tobacco does stuff to, your veins. It, closes them up or does something. It
increases your blood pressure just because you're smoking.
Yeah, I think that's it too, but even her doctor's like, you can't do edibles either. It will merge with your medicines.
That's a shame.
I feel like if I'm ever, at the point where I have to be on medications, they're just going to have to make sure that I'm on medications that work with my natural herbs as well.
I've also made a point, if I ever find out I have 6 months to live, the first thing I'm doing is heroin.
That's not the first time I've heard that.
I mean, I don't know. Isn't that just, an opiate? Isn't that just... Why not just do opium? That's the best one.
Well, I mean, that's the king, because it goes right into your funny vein and gives you the ha-ha laughter. Also, Noob Show still does not advocate for drug use.
I don't advocate for heroin.
Yeah, no. If you're going to do it, you might as well just do opium. Just cut out the middleman.
Because if you guys ever had morphine before, that's just great.
Yeah, it's... No, I'm one of those people that doesn't react well to morphine. I've had to have it for, being in the hospital and stuff, and it just makes me itchy and my skin really tight and red. It doesn't do anything good for me.
I have the same reaction to vancomycin, and that's called Red Man syndrome, which I don't think they should be calling that anymore.
Oh.
It's is it because it turns you red?
Well, what if the doctor who first discovered the cause of it was William Redmond?
Kevin, how many people have you known with the last name Redmond?
It wasn't.
One.
And if it was because somebody was racist and gave him that name.
No, he had a very prominent career with Method Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Redman.
That's the only
different.
one.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, rest in peace, DMX.
No. Rest in peace.
He was 50 years old.
He was also in Colombia several years ago for a 90s pop, Return to the 90s tour. I didn't get to go to it, but a guy I worked with went, and he specifically was going for DMX. And I was like, word. Tell me what that's like. And when he came back, I said, so, how was DMX? And he goes, that dude just barked at us and did push-ups on stage while his music played. And I was like, phenomenal. Money well spent.
That sounds like DMX.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As advertised.
Yeah, I didn't actually know a whole lot of his stuff until I heard out he was, or found out he was in the hospital because he's just never been on playlists of mine.
Well, I mean, you were real young when he was popular.
Yeah.
He was hot shit when I was in middle school and high school.
Mm-hmm.
Just when I was being born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
In your fledgling times.
It's like I don't expect you to have extensive knowledge of Master P either, you know? Like, that's,
No,
no.
I do not.
If you get a chance to see his worst, like, I don't know. I can't say it's his worst movie, but it's right up there. Foolish, where Master P tries to act. And it's, like, Eddie Griffith is hilarious in the movie. And that's the only reason, like, I don't know which one is funnier. Eddie Griffith's stand-up comedy and just his in generalness, or Master P's acting.
DMX did a movie with Steven Seagal, which is also terrible.
Yeah, well, I think that can't be helped because of Steven Seagal.
You
with
shut your
Batman
mouth, Kevin.
Chew.
Steven Seagal.
I like early Steven Seagal.
No, Steven
Once
Seagal
you
was in a movie called The
cross-
Glimmer Man. With
Was that his
David
act-
Wayans.
Was that his activation code?
No.
Glimmer Man.
You know why they called him the Glimmer Man? And they do this line in the movie. Because the last thing you see before he kills you in the jungle is a glimmer. And you gotta do your fingers in front of your eyes like you're hiding, just about to do peekaboo or something.
Yeah,
Peekaboo?
see, and my point.
Yeah, peekaboo.
Once Steven Seagal started adding on the pounds, the movies got worse and worse. Funny, and good in the bad movie kind of way. Like, they are just horrible.
That dude still puts out a movie every year. Yeah, I think he even put one out during the pandemic. He's unstoppable.
Where he does karate to the coronavirus.
That doesn't sound like far off a plot.
I was gonna say, that sounds like a workout, like, title. Karate to coronavirus. I don't know.
You know, ICP has their own movie, and it's a Western.
They have. I'm sure they made their multiple of their own movies.
I just don't. I don't. I remember being like 12 and 13 and thinking they were cool.
Well, of course. That's when you're supposed to find them cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you grow up, if you're doing a lot of drugs, you can still be a fan of them, as I've seen at the Gathering, which I want to go to. I want to go to the. I want to do a documentary about all the friendly juggalos there doing drugs under a bridge.
It's been done, but you can always do it again.
Look, it's like a reunion tour. Like, I want a reunion of the wonderful whites of West Virginia.
They're.
I think meth will keep that from happening.
I don't. Yeah. Did they ever really break up? The movie just ended.
I want to. Where are they now?
Their life.
Prison.
Probably
They're
prison.
still in West Virginia. I guarantee you that.
My mother spent a year in Boone County back around those times when she was like 13. I'm pretty sure she knows some of those people.
Yeah.
Boone County, West Virginia, or
Nevada.
no? Like I know there's Boone County, North Carolina.
It was West Virginia.
That is the next county from wherever they're from.
Did you ever watch it, Kevin?
Yes, I've watched it a couple times.
That's where they were at, was Boone County.
Boone County.
Oh, okay.
I've only watched it once. And once
It
was enough.
Yeah, it was like there's some things that walk the line between sad and funny, and I think like what was it, Dancing Outlaw was more on the funny side of the line, but that second one was just more on the sad side.
There's a tonal shift. Definitely halfway through that movie. It's like, haha, rednecks. The troubles of heroin and meth abuse.
Yeah.
Oh.
It gets sad. It gets like, oh, I don't know.
Like, do you guys know who Chris Chan is?
Mm-mm.
He is probably the most documented person on internet history. because he had autism. He is now transgender. But there's a whole like 36 part.
I'm sorry.
What got to you, Toker?
Just that sentence. Like cause and effect. Ooh. I thought this was about to get real bad. My bad. Sorry, I turned my mic off.
Oh, Lord. But it's like a 36 episode documentary about this person from being like a 5-year-old child writing into Nintendo Power magazine to where she is now, thinking that she has merged with her character Sonichu, and that the two worlds, the cartoon world and the real world, is about to collide, and then everybody who disbelieves in her is going to get destroyed. It is a wild ride.
Let's let destruction rain down upon me then. 'Cause I don't believe.
No.
That's all I don't believe.
Was
I just
Cool
wanted to
World
put
a
that out
documentary for them? Is that what that was?
It just goes through their entire life. They're still posting videos, asking for money on their Patreon.
Dang.
Well, speaking of which, we also have a Patreon. We would appreciate your support for this content.
Yes, this wonderful, beautiful content.
I do not know why I laughed at autism into they're now transgendered. That was, whew.
Some things just hit the right
I
table
thought I
spot.
was on the dark side of the internet for a second there. Like this was a weird conspiracy theory about how one leads to the other. It was, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, like this is about to be an anti-vax fucking podcast. Nope.
Why are monkeys funny?
Because they throw their boo-boos at people.
I found it because you know there's like a set of gibbons that has like a balloon on their chin that they inflate to yell louder.
Mm-hmm.
I found a
Yes.
video of that and watched it for 10 minutes and just laughed as these monkeys swang around making woo noises.
Oh,
It's the little things, eh?
That's all I got for this.
you should enjoy the little things.
I don't think an episode's coming out this week.
Well,
I know.
you used to ask the hard-hitting questions. Those, like Mahogany's been doing. She put that video up of your TikTok the first episode, and you were like, "What happens when a baby, or not baby?" Matt put that in there, but you asked like lion versus bear. You gave us something to work with, and then gold came out of it.
Yeah, host.
Yeah.
Damn it. Host.
Yeah,
this
noob
thing.
show, noob it up.
Y'all ever want to have... Sorry.
I can just see the struggle. Are you sure you didn't take that trip before you turned the fucking camera on? Go pray grandma. I'm sure she's got more stories than you do.
Noob down.
Oh,
Oh man, my ears
Jesus.
popped. I laughed so hard. I feel like I probably I probably broke the audacity again. Laughing.
no.
Oh no.
Did it stop working?
No, it's still going. It's just I don't know. You said that thing about somebody finally broke it, and it was me.
Yeah, no, you laughed so hard that it crashed the that it crashed Audacity. Like it stopped playing audio. And we've had Kevin and Frakes, the man who's yelled paintings off of a wall.
Mm-hmm. Damaged my toe.
He did, didn't he? Ow, he sliced it open.
Oh, see, now I'm on your notes page. You're looking at your notes. Why are monkeys funny? That was you posted that on 329.
I
You
know.
got so much material here to work with.
I know, because I got caught up and I started fucking laughing. I couldn't find the notes. I straight up just got distracted on this one, alright? 13's the unlucky episode. Have you guys
Somebody
cursed
hit the bait pen
episode.
a couple too many times.
have you guys ever thought about running away from home? I do remember this story. This is what I wanted to talk about.
I actually did it once.
Me and my brothers tried it once and went to a neighbor's house and were turned in immediately.
Like, we were on the news. It was a big deal.
You don't have to run away from home when your parents leave first.
Aww.
That's sad.
Oh, I laughed the pain away.
That's the
No,
saddest
the reason I bring
thing.
this up, because I used to ride the bus home from school. And I think I got a bad grade on a paper or something, and I was like so mad at, scared my parents were going to beat the shit out of me for it. They didn't, but, So I was like, man, I fucked it. I'm going to run away and live with the squirrels, and I went to climb a tree in my front yard and got my foot stuck. And had to wait 30 minutes for my mom to come home and get my foot unstuck. Because I wanted to join the squirrels.
That is a very
That's pretty
princess
funny.
story.
At least then, you got to explain why your report card was so bad.
I've been hanging in a tree.
Got his foot stuck in a tree, doesn't come home with straight A's. Like, that's just...
They're not so surprised by that F anymore.
What
But
a
I did.
genius maneuver. I'll just do something incredibly stupid, and then they'll know why. They'll know why I'm not good at school.
Oh, but no, I do remember just getting my foot stuck and having to wait for my mom to come home and look at me be a dumbass. So, Mahogany, why did you have the news involved? I need to know this with your runaway story.
So, I mean, it's a bit of a tale. It goes and goes for a while. So, but it kind of started off like yours. We had skipped school, and I did that a lot. Like, in this grade in particular, we had like block scheduling, so we only had 4 classes, and the last lunch was between third and fourth period.
How
So
old were
I
you?
had the last 15.
Okay, so you're not
Yeah.
like 8.
No, I was 15. So I was in high school. So like, or maybe I was 14. Yeah, I was 14 because I didn't have like permit, license, anything. But my friends did, because I started school early, so everybody was older than me that was like in my grade. So they were all like having their permits and shit. So anyway, we would leave after third period, just leave and go hang out with somebody, go to either my one friend's house or the girl that I was hanging out with. So we left and we went to her house, and her house was like way the fuck out in the woods, and I kept telling her I had to be home like by 5 o'clock when the bus was going to drop me off, or else I was going to be in like a ridiculous amount of trouble. And what usually happened was like I would be dropped off right behind the bus and then just walk in like I'd gotten off the bus. But this one time, for some reason, like there was some guy involved and she didn't want to take me home. And so then it was like, well, I guess I just might as well never go home. Because it's going to be so bad. Like, it's going to be so bad.
It's that sunken
And-
cost fallacy. It's like, we made it so far, let's see how it goes.
Yeah, so like we decided, we took, I don't know, for some reason, like she didn't go home, like none of us went home. And for that one night, like we didn't go home and we were like hung out with these dudes. And then we go back to her house, get a bunch of supplies, like the 3 of us girls and these dudes. We all get in the car and we're going to Lake Hartwell? Going to Lake Hartwell. So we're going to go like camp at Lake Hartwell for a few days. So we do that for a few days. The dudes freak out and they're like, we need to go home. So
Yeah,
we go
because
back.
they're going to want you to get in trouble for kidnapping.
Yeah, they were all like way older.
Yeah.
But like, so we go back, drop them off, and then us girls, we decide we're going to go to Virginia and see our friend who had moved back to Virginia. We're going to go stay with her. So like, meanwhile, our parents are looking for us.
What's the day count up to?
This is like day 4.
Yeah,
By
now
this
the police
time-
can get involved. You've been gone long enough.
Parents are looking for us, so we're like, we're not going to take the main highway. We're going to go up the Blue Ridge Parkway, and we're gonna do this. And Kelly, like the car does not have a gas gauge.
Oh,
Doesn't have a gas gauge, and this is back in the days when you could just fill up the car and then just drive away. So that's what we've been doing, is filling up the car.
oh, so you were stealing gas, too.
Yeah, we're stealing gas. We're stealing, like we had gone to Walmart, filled up the cart, and then just pushed it out back and then loaded up the car and then
You
I guess
Selma
I
and
couldn't-
Louise this shit.
Yeah, we were gone. Like, we weren't coming back. We weren't coming back.
Gotta get our starter funds ready with this Walmart buggy
We
full
were
of stuff.
we were gone for good, you know. But so anyway, long story short, car ends up wrecking because Kelly sucks at driving, and it's raining hard, and she's slamming on the brakes all the time, and we hydroplane and we spin around. We're on a fucking mountain where the right side of us is like a sheer drop off and the left side of us is this rock wall, but there's like a big ditch in between the road and the rock, and we slam into the rock. So there's like 6 feet of just brush and shit underneath us, but luckily we're like sandwiched in there just enough that we can get out of the car if we get out through the trunk. So we had to like climb out through the trunk, and then we had to like, we're like 30 miles outside of Roanoke, Virginia, and some lady gave us a ride to the gas station, and Kelly called her dad, and we went home. And this is like, we've been gone for like a week now.
This is like a coming of age story.
It was pretty intense.
Lifetime Movie Channel Network. If you want to pick up Mahogany's story, contact Homebrew Detritus.
Yeah.
At the end of that, that's when my grandma dropped me off at my mom's house for the weekend, and then just didn't pick me up anymore. She was like, "You live there now." Okay.
Well, a
That
week.
was my punishment.
Grandmother was on edge. She needed shrooms. Calm down.
That was the day when she tried to fight me, and it was so funny. I just stood there and let her beat me up. But she was so cute. She was like, punch, 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 punch. It was funny.
This reminds me of that time when
Good times.
I was with my grandmother, and she would throw her empty pill bottles at me and call me a hard language here, and then I would step on her oxygen cord and say, "How about that, you old bat?"
Aw.
Eee.
And then she'd turn blue. I'd get
great
off of it.
memory.
She'd throw another pill bottle because her dead cells made her forget that she threw the first one. I'd sell the pills, and that's how I made profit for Noob Show. Thanks,
Hey-o.
Grandma.
Oh, grandmas.
Kidding, I don't
They're
sell my
the best.
grandmother's pills.
Now, do step on her oxygen tank hose, though. That's,
It was only for a second. Just
yeah,
enough
just
to
to see what would happen.
just enough to wake her up a little bit.
Let her know she's still alive.
My grandmother on my father's side had a stroke when I was real young and had to be taken care of. And it was one of those, like, half the face goes, slack, doesn't know language anymore, needs full-on care.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny thing about all that is she invented a new language, a way to communicate with us. And it was mostly just whistles and gibberish. But she would point at the top of her head and tap it and go and whistle at you. Now, what do you think that means?
I'm hungry.
No.
I got a thought.
My head hurts.
No.
I'm having
Way
a
too
stroke.
obvious. Mahogany.
I have a thought I'd like to share with you.
Put my shoes on, my feet are cold. You know how hard it was to figure that language out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wowzers.
She didn't make it.
This is the same grandmother that busted you for touching yourself, right?
No, that was on my mom's side. That was Gam. Grandmother on my dad's side was she was the type of lady that would throw a bag of puppies in the river so she wouldn't have to feed them.
Oh,
She's a very loving mother. Gam, on the other hand, was super sweet. That was I stayed with her a lot. So hearing her find out that I masturbated was really rough.
did she make you egg sandwiches?
Pizza rolls. But she always tried to give me like ketchup to dip them in because she couldn't grasp the concept that it was a pizza roll. She just assumed it was like a chicken nugget.
See, I dip them in ketchup too.
Do you really?
Yeah, and the Tostitos
Weird.
pizza.
Gross.
I don't do it with any other pizza, but for some reason, pizza rolls and Tostitos pizza needs ketchup.
I don't like it.
Cold
I don't like
ketchup.
that at all.
I don't like it either.
I have seen these TikTok recipes for pizza rolls that you like toss in garlic butter afterwards.
Yeah.
And Parmesan. That shit looks pretty good.
Why haven't we already done
That
this?
sounds delicious.
We can.
That's what we should bring to next Nerd Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Those need to be prepared and eaten basically immediately. So if you're gonna be,
There is that.
you know, if you're gonna be chefing it up, have at ye.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
What is it instead of where they do the eggs in front of you at table side?
A hibachi?
No, like oh shit. I mean, hibachi's kind of it, but no, it's like when you go to like a high end breakfast buffet and they got the person who will make your omelet for you right there at the end.
Yeah.
What's that person
like
called?
the omelet
Like a-
cart or whatever.
I don't think they have a name. I think they're just...
It's like tableside.
They do
I think
have a
that's
name.
tableside service is the best I know.
They're just...
Well-
It's like at a buffet line in a nice hotel.
Yeah, well, my idea was somebody who just does pizza rolls with different butter sauces on them, but the joke's gone because I don't know what that fucking thing's called, what that person's called.
Well, while you think of that, I had
The
another...
omeletier.
There it is.
I had another... The omeletier? That's not real. That's not a real word.
It wasn't until just now. Now it has meaning.
Yeah, I said it. It's an omeletier. It's the name for the job.
I've had another weird dream recently, and I don't remember anything from that dream except for the phrase, Grandma made me drive her to her threesome.
It wasn't a dream.
But I just want that.
That's a repressed memory, dude.
But that's the only thing I remember from that dream is my grandma made me drive her to her threesome.
You don't want to go. You don't need to go deeper into that.
Yeah, that might be a thankful.
Just
might
go
be
ahead
thankful
and
you
let
forgot
that
the rest.
go.
Did you guys have any weird dreams these last couple days?
Yeah.
Let's hear it, fuck boy.
It's not as weird as grandma driving me to a threesome.
No, you driving your own grandmother to the threesome.
Oh, well, that's different. That's,
She's so
old lady's got to
excited.
get down. Yeah. I can't drive, but I can ride a dick.
But now,
It's,
before you do that, now it's even funnier that your grandmother's driving you to your threesome because she's probably the one picking you up afterwards too.
she'll wait outside. She's got nothing else to do.
There's a little sweater.
It's like it won't be long.
She's knitting you a cock sock out there. My Jason's going to love this.
Oh. No, I got a buddy is getting married in a couple weeks, and I had a dream that I was going to the wedding. I mean, I'm going, but I haven't gone yet. And instead of Mahogany going with me to the wedding, for some reason my dad went with me.
Good choice.
And I remember that he had a lot of cash, and at the wedding I found out he was a horrible gambler, and he lost all of it. And I woke up, and I was just like, why did my brain take the time to put that together?
Do your dreams ever make you mad at someone, though? Like, irrationally? But you're still pissed off that they did that thing in your dream?
That's not happened to me, no.
It's not
I've
so
been the
much that.
subject of that.
Like, it's happened to me before, and I get pissed at somebody, and I'm not actually pissed at them, but I'm like, I still want to hit him.
I probably wanted to hit that person before the dream, if that's the case.
Well, yeah, that too, but even more so.
Like, the closest I've come to that is having a dream where I have a conversation with somebody, and then when I try to talk to them about it in real life, they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, no, fuck you. We had this conversation.
I have not had that problem.
The worst I have is, like, I'll be dreaming that I'm driving and I end up running from the cops, and I always go flying off a cliff, and it's that instant wake up and your heart just starts racing from because you think you're driving your car and flying off a cliff.
I haven't had dreams like that since I was little.
I had that happen to me, but instead of a cliff, I was like snowboarding on some ice cream and I slipped and I woke back up in class. That's the only thing I remember from that. Now, Kevin, since we're talking about strokes, I don't mean this in a mean way, but do you remember like how that what was going on during that?
Yeah. It was, I basically, for me, I lost, like, it was like my left leg was asleep. Like, I could feel my foot and everything, but moving it and walking on it, it felt like it was asleep. And then when I was talking to a guy at work, I was slurring my words like I was drunk. And then he thought I was drunk. He was like, "Hey, were you up all night drinking last night? Because if so, I can cover for you. Go home and sleep it off." And then I was like, "No, I wasn't." I told him I wasn't, and he was like, "All right, we're calling 911." So I got medicine that I needed right away.
I was curious about like what does it feel like to go through a stroke? So I can imagine it's fucking terrifying. Especially if you start jarbling up words like you're saying your grandmother was doing, Toker.
Mm-hmm.
I think it also helps that mine was a mini stroke. I didn't get the full dose of a stroke where, like, I have no lingering effects from my episode.
Well,
yeah.
Some. I will
No,
say,
those were there before.
no, you have calmed way down. Way down. You're way less the crazy Kev that I knew back in the day. You're still crazy Kev, but you used to be crazy Kev. So, you know, it knocked a few A's out of that crazy.
Because I used to do a podcast with a guy before this one. We talked about video game news. It wasn't that great, but he had a stroke, and he said the only thing because he was taking a bath, and his spouse was about to leave the house to go grocery shopping, and then he just started banging on the wall, and then he blacked out, and then he had a stroke. He did have lingering effects though. His hand doesn't work quite right.
Talking about that twitchy guy?
Yeah, Twitchy J.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
I didn't know that was a stroke. I mean, I've seen him on Twitch or whatever here and there. I didn't know that the stroke was what caused the twitchy part of the Twitchy J.
Yeah, he's like 27.
It's just
yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, wow.
It can happen to anyone at any time. Oh no, she has no sound. Hey, Kevin.
Words.
So everybody listening, I don't have premium Zoom like Toker. So
yeah, I hadn't seen that screen in a while. Did everybody keep their Audacity going?
I really hope so.
Yeah, my Audacity never stopped.
Okay, cool. That'll make it easy on you at least. You
Yeah,
can hear each of us going, fuck.
I know, it's the best part. And I kind of want to keep it that way as a short intermission. But no, I don't, because it's fucking annoying.
You let me know and I'll send the link next time.
Well, that's why I made you host, so I was hoping that would work. Turns out, it doesn't. Nope. So anyway, what were you saying, Toker? She'll pick back up eventually. There it is. Oh, now I got that audio clip, too. Wonderful.
Don't fucking talk without me.
We're not talking about you behind your back. We were just talking about you when you couldn't respond. You could hear it. You could see it.
I still said don't fucking
So
talk
anybody that
without me.
listens to the show that knows Discord, Mahogany, every time she's in Zoom and looks at Discord, it makes her audio not want to work. So if anybody can fix that, let us know at Homebrew Detritus, and hopefully we won't have that problem no more.
You can contact us at homebrewdetritus@gmail. Again, that is homebrewdetritus@gmail.com.
No, pull out
So
your
buck
dictionary.
teeth are hot. I'm making that a statement now.
What are hot?
Buck teeth.
WHY.
I don't know. I just wanted to make that statement.
Just a thing?
I cannot say I agree.
I got a little bitty overbite. Just a little bit.
What's up, baby?
You know what I like about buck teeth? They give you a real quick view of whether or not that person takes care of their mouth. You know?
Talk about those dirt lines that go across them?
If you see two dirty buck teeth, you know what you're in for.
Back away.
You see two clean front buck teeth, you can take it a couple steps further. Is all I'm saying.
That's a great Did you know that we just recently found an undiscovered city in Egypt?
What?
Really?
Yeah. It's like April 3rd. 24 pharaohs, 18 kings, and 4 queens were relocated to the National Museum of Egyptian Civilization on Saturday. So it's fucking found a whole new fucking civilization out there.
I found that kind of stuff interesting, but I don't dive into it a lot.
Me either, but it's neat to know.
Too much time
That's
watching people. Go ahead, Kevin.
I was just saying that the whole Egypt thing, it's there's a whole world of study there that it's interesting to know, but it's truly lost technology. How do they make those pyramids without the engine, without moon crane? We couldn't recreate those today easily when they were made how many millions of years ago or whatever it might be.
Long time.
Leverage and lots of Egyptian slaves. That's how they made them. So how the Great Wall of China got built is just making people work until they literally died on the job, and then just put bricks on top of them.
Yeah. Lots of whips.
You get enough people together, you can do anything. Now, why would we build a pyramid today? I don't know. But I do believe we have the power. So I'm going to call your bluff on that one. I think you're lying, Kevin, and I think there's an agenda behind it.
Kevin, what do you know that we don't know?
Yeah, why don't you want pyramids to be built, Kevin? What secrets do they hold?
I'm just saying, we have no idea how they really got them built. How did they cut those stones so that they would make the exact perfect pyramid? It's not.
They used
all,
math. They used math. They had math.
And a really sharp knife.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Math, sharp knives, sharp strings, sharp objects.
Or if you're a fan of the Predator series, apparently the Predators came down here and made them build that to hide aliens in so that they could do Alien versus Predator.
Or if you're a, what's that, Stargate fan, you'll know that.
that is, all right. This past weekend, I went out to Santee and was staying in a cabin, and that I was flipping through channels, and Stargate was on the free, what is it called? Comet, I think, the free sci-fi channel that you can pick up with rabbit ears.
I never heard of it.
Yeah.
I've seen the initial movie. I have not watched a single episode of a very long-running sci-fi show.
I don't know. I was a big fan of the movie, and I just had a hard time watching the show because it wasn't the same people from the movie, so I missed that train.
How was it, Kevin? How many episodes did you watch for your vacation?
I watched part of the show, and I was like, okay, it's a sci-fi. I couldn't figure it out, and finally someone used the Stargate. I was like, oh,
it felt like
now I know
Sliders
what
in
show
space.
it is, because they don't go around saying, so the Stargate project of Project Stargate is very Stargatey. So I had no idea what
Tell
show
me what
I'm watching.
show I'm watching, show. Tell me.
It felt kind of like, I've seen a few episodes. It felt kind of like Sliders in space, and I was already watching Sliders, so I was like, I just can't.
That's a whole era of television that we could do without again.
It's the Quantum Leap. It's the same. It's,
Yeah, Sliders and Stargate, and then there was I think it was like USA had like their Dark Angel and Mantis, and just like those
oh Jesus,
kind of
Holy
sci-fi,
cow.
but like really low budget and made to pump out like 58 episodes a year, just terrible storylines.
Who was the actress that was in Dark Angel?
Wasn't that
Jessica
Alba?
Alba.
Yeah.
And she never learned to act, not once.
No.
And it's like, okay, she's attractive, and
That's why we cast her anyway.
One trick pony.
yeah, we'll make her the Invisible Woman. Why? She's hot, and you're making her the character. that is invisible most of the time. She's not acting when you can't see her. She's not acting when you can see her. Give her a different role is all I'm saying.
That's funny.
Lord.
Yes.
Have you guys got the PlayStation 5 yet?
No.
I am trying currently.
Are they still that hard to get?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because the other day I witnessed a telling of history for the first time as I watched my friend get a job interview over a PlayStation 5 controller.
What?
So my friend is playing PlayStation 5 with his boss, and his boss, through the PlayStation 5, asked my friend's friend if they want a job making salads in a restaurant. And I just think we need to stop and appreciate. That's the first time in history I think that's ever happened.
Yeah, it's hard to find people to work in restaurants now, so they're just going on Call of Duty and shit and asking random, hey, you don't happen to live within a 50-mile radius of Charleston, do you?
Can you make
nice
a
kill,
salad?
nice kill. Good kill. Yeah, good teammate. Can you make a salad? I'll pay you $15 an hour.
Look, I'm just saying, Charleston keeps fucking over their own workers.
Mm-hmm. Then they wonder
You guys
why they
wanna
can't
work?
find anybody to work there.
Well, we won't pay you enough to live in the city, so you're going to have to drive out of town. You're going to need a car for that, so we're going to charge you guys parking. And then if you stay over your stay because we only have 4-hour meters, we're going to boot your car.
Yeah.
And that's what living in Charleston is like.
Downtown Charleston.
Yeah, downtown Charleston.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of Charleston is one of the top 10 unsafest places in the country.
When I first moved here in like 2002, North Charleston was the 7th deadliest place to live in the nation.
Yep.
You know why that is?
Oh boy.
Here goes. What?
Oh, I through my years, I've known police officers, and they verified this. That the reason that North Charleston became like the number 7th deadliest place due to gun violence, and the reason they did that is they included all of death by handgun through self-infliction. They labeled that as a handgun death. And
Yeah, well,
it pumps our numbers up per capita to make us number 7 of people dying of handguns.
But still, it's the deadliest place, the 7th deadliest place to live in the nation. Either people are being shot, or they hate living here so much that they're killing themselves. So, I think we should keep that, let's not throw shade on that 7th place that we got just because it was suicide that pumped those numbers up.
Yeah.
That should tell you how shitty North Charleston is.
Well, the best thing about North Charleston is the Checkers. Because there's only like 2 Checkers in South Carolina, and I fucking love Checkers.
Isn't there one here?
There's a Checkers in
No.
Somerville.
Yeah, that's like that one, and then North Charleston. That's all we got.
Yeah, I don't too much care for them. I don't care about them too much.
Checkers has the best French fries out
No,
of
they don't.
any fast food.
Their fries are good, but I can cook.
I was leaving the ice house in Somerville, and I was drunk and driving, as you should not do, like an idiot. And I thought, I'll go to Checkers and get a hamburger and some French fries so I could sober up. And I bit into one of them French fries, and the thing that sucks about them fries is they're full of little grease pockets. And when I bit into that French fry, it squirted from my mouth to my windshield. Now I'm their fault. I would have just been drunk driving, but now I'm drunk driving and trying to wipe grease off the inside of my windshield with a dirty napkin. Things could have went horribly wrong, and it was all because of that stupid French fry. Go to Arby's.
I don't give a shit. I eat the fuck out of Checkers because you can get 2 double-decker chicken sandwiches for $5.
What is
They
a
are cheap
double-decker
and delicious.
chicken sandwich?
So you take a bottom bun,
Uh-huh.
put mayonnaise on it, you put a chicken sandwich on or a chicken patty on it. You put a piece of cheese on it. I butchered that.
Ghost Dad!
Oh. All right, chicken sandwich description. Take 2.
Bottom bun, mayo, chicken patty, cheese, chicken patty, lettuce, mayo, top bun. 2 of those, $5.
That's a lot of chicken.
I know, it's a meal for now and later.
Yep.
I did like their chicken BLTs because they come on like the square bread.
Yeah.
Texas
You
toast.
get a-
Texas toast.
Why does it feel different when your hamburger is on like regular bread as opposed to a bun?
Regular bread hamburgers feel like childhood. I think.
I hate it because good burger's nice and greasy, and that white bread just instantly dissolves against your fingers when grease is involved.
Yeah, but it
So
still
you need
feels
that
different.
toasted sheet to shield the bread from fingers, I guess.
I think it's the nostalgia.
I think they're both right.
Nostalgia grease.
Toker, what do you prefer?
Me? I'm down for either. The toasted part is huge, whether it be on sliced bread or a hamburger bun. I prefer a hamburger bun if I'm getting crazy and I want a bunch of different shit on there. Like not just meat, lettuce, tomato, mayo, you know? But I like a hamburger on just regular ass white bread. It's
John Durst butter bread. That yellow bread.
I don't like that Captain John's bread myself.
That's what he said.
Yeah, that yellow. Sorry, I
Captain
think I said
John
the name
Durst.
wrong.
Yeah, that's it.
Is that the same
Captain
thing?
John Durst.
He just
Brown
The
bag.
yellow
he called him
bread.
by his full name.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
left
yeah.
off his title.
Sorry.
Yeah, you can't forget the captain part. That's what makes it special.
Anyway, that is the best bread I've ever had.
I pay extra for good bread, and I pay extra for good toilet paper.
Have you
And-
thought about getting a bidet?
There's one that we've got here. I just hooked it up.
Do it. I need to know if I want one.
Be my
I
guinea
think
pig.
I think I said it on this show. Is that my buddy Max got one, and I said, "Let me know how how it is," and he only responded, "Surprisingly cold," which wasn't a glowing endorsement.
Well, I got the one with the hot
Well,
water
wait
hookup
till
too.
the summertime. That would be quite good, I think.
There you go, Mahogany.
Yeah.
She's got the hot water hookup, and that makes the most sense to me as well.
Yeah.
I was like I very carefully read every single description to make sure that I wasn't gonna get one that was only the cold water, because that would have been devastating.
I don't know. In the middle of the summer, you're out mowing the lawn. Your undercarriage is hot and sweaty.
I'll take
I
a
think a nice
shower.
cold spray of water would be wonderful.
But it has a
and
knob. You get to
greatly
choose.
appreciated.
It has a knob. You get to choose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you said just hook it up to the hot
No,
water.
no. It's
Like
a,
hot water year round
does both.
would not be fun.
In your situation, Kevin, I just grabbed the outdoor bidet, which is the garden hose, and just let it go to town. You know?
And I'm sure your neighbors love you for it.
Well, they shouldn't be looking.
I mean, there's a
You gotta warn
reason
those.
to have a shower head that comes
The
off.
chain link fence is here for a reason. Don't look across it.
Gross.
It's like those sprinklers out the metal tube that just go back and forth. You just squat it over it.
Hey, as a kid, I played on those a lot. So yes,
I would still play on those right now.
Yeah,
Me too.
You lay on the hood of your
Well,
car
you're
and just let that thing go back and
close
forth.
enough.
I just got nostalgic.
I think that's a good note to end Noob Show on.
Is it?
No.
Yeah.
It's very quick. You missed all that Zoom block out in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be a shorter episode.
No, go longer. Don't stop.
If I had a nickel, I'd still have no nickels.
You're trying to end it too
I
early.
think so
I
too.
know.
We're having a good time. Just because you're confused and discombobulated, you gotta the show must go on, man. Maybe it's your tie-dye head wrap or the kitty headphones. I don't know what it is, but like
He's got his
you
red
just gotta
light on
power
tonight too. What?
through. There you go. Change the mood up. Set the mood, bud. Change that background to green.
Bob
Now you're
Ross, I
good.
need you to chill out, bud. You just
Why don't
went
you take those bad feelings and turn them into happy feelings? You know how we're going to do that? We're going to set a little mood. You want to set a little mood? Why don't you turn that green light to a blue light?
I don't like this anymore.
That's
Now I really want to end it because I'm just scared now.
Ow, your alien thing on the end of the last episode.
Oh yeah, the thing.
That was fun. That was
I
good.
don't think I
wanna
have
make
listened
that.
to that last episode. It's not like aired yet, has it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When?
He's airing them the week of. We listened to it when we went to that shitty Mexican restaurant last week.
Oh, this is number 13. I was like, but that was number 12. Haha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, well, actually, my plan was my buddy was coming over, and he was going to, it was just going to be me and him, because we have a lot of funny stories when we grew up together. Like how me and his brother accidentally spilled water on his brand new laptop, and how it worked, but nothing was quite right. The hinges were broken on it, and he still used it. He propped it up with a brick for years, and I felt so terrible that night at the church lock-in.
There's all these little fun facts you're dropping that sound like their own stories.
I know. That's why I wanted him to come on, because we talked about a lot of them.
Oh, why didn't he?
He had stuff going on. A couple of funerals to go to.
More important than this?
Yeah.
A couple of what to go to?
Funerals?
Late night funerals?
Not late night. But once you go to a funeral, it kind of kills the rest of your day.
Yeah, it's not like, all right, let's hit up the club after this funeral.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's like, you guys want Mexican?
I don't know. I'm normally pretty hungry after a funeral. Most funerals have shitty food.
Depends on your funeral.
Was-
Is it a
yeah.
Southern Baptist funeral?
I was like, you've had the wrong people die in your life. I don't know.
You must be going to Catholic funerals.
Ugh.
They don't eat there.
No, they do not.
No, I've never been to
Unless
Catholic
you're
church.
invited over to the widow's house, then there's plenty of food.
Kevin, is that where you met your wife? She invited you over for some food.
Oh, she did.
I was concerned about that.
Tried really hard to make this sexual.
Oh, yeah, she did.
Oh, yeah. She invited me over for that potato salad.
Eat your potato salad warm. Stop eating cold potato salad.
What?
Yeah,
No.
warm potato salad's the shit. Like,
don't
you
like
just
No,
take
like when you
German.
just made potato salad, it's the
Like-
best.
like
German potato salad is good warm. Otherwise, if it's mayonnaise based, have it cold.
you got your confit fingerlings, like your confit and duck fat, 'cause that's the way you do it. And then you take those out and you mash them up and mix it with all the stuff real quick, and you got the best potato salad you'll ever have.
That's mashed
Pretty
potatoes.
much, yeah. What is potato salad?
It's cold, first off.
Yes, cold and blocky on the potatoes.
You could dice
not
up the
mashed.
fingerlings,
You said
mash them up
Yeah,
with a
you said
fork.
mashed.
You guys don't know. I mean, I don't know. I feel like at least two of you don't know good potato salad.
Nice mahogany.
Well, go ahead, Mahogany. Tell us about good potato
I'll
salad.
just have to.
then.
I mean, I can't really describe it. I just gotta make it. One day, I'll make potato
Well, I want
salad.
potato
I
salad.
put my
Yes.
potato
Cop out.
salad up against anyone.
Bet.
Homebrew detritus fucking
Potato
potato salad
salad
cook-off.
It's the
Let's
potato
get it.
salad off. Let's do
get
this.
it.
I'm coming with russets and still gonna win. Boom.
I mean, like just
That's what I
Yeah.
use.
normal
Oh,
ass
you gotta come with
potato salad,
fingerlings.
Russet.
but made deliciously.
Can I be the judge?
You're
I gotta
participating. You can't
I
judge.
think we
if
all
you-
have to participate.
bring
We
in your
all
mashed
have to
potatoes.
judge. Just period. Like blind judging. And if you vote for yourself, you're the worst. Like if you only ever vote for yourself, you're the worst. Like we have to have categories
But
too.
if mine's the best.
We have to have categories too. I think there should be categories because
There's only 4 people participating.
I mean,
How many
once
categories can
once
you
news of this gets out, it's gonna be a big deal. It's gonna be a big deal because everybody has a fucking opinion on potato salad, mac and cheese. Those are two things that people have fucking opinions on, and they'll be like, "No, mine is the best. No,
And
mine is the
chili.
best. Chili, that's another one." Even though I don't fucks with chili, I don't make it. When I say I don't fucks with chili, I don't.
I've
cook
won a
chili.
chili cook-off, so...
No, Toker makes delicious food. I will give him that 100%. Same with Mahogany.
Yeah.
Kevin usually bring the paper plates.
Shit.
Shade.
How dare you, sir?
That's like the worst insult.
Oh, he said paper.
Kevin, bring the plates.
I can't say much. I bring gas station fried chicken.
That is really good fried
It's really
chicken,
good
though.
gas
That's
station fried
acceptable.
Yeah, it's hard to top the gas station fried chicken. That particular gas station.
And you don't come there
fried
with
chicken.
like flour all over your face like you just made it. Like, you know, you're like, look, I brought this delicious ass gas station
Making fried chicken always sounds like a good idea. Until you're making fried chicken, you're just like, I hate this.
It sounds
It's
like
messy.
the worst idea. Yeah.
It never comes out the way you want it to. Just go to...
Yeah, and you need it
I
like
fried gizzards.
industrial chicken fryer. Like if you don't have a kitchen you can use their fryer at, it's
Oh yeah, back in the
I mean, if I'm just...
I was gonna say back in the
Go
summer
ahead,
of
I'm sorry.
'76 when I worked at Hardee's, it was I fried chicken, but that's the only place I've ever fried chicken, and that was.
Did you
like,
say the summer of 76?
Yeah, it's definitely hyperbolic, but yes,
Okay, cool. It's like...
I was.
Mahogany's actually a 75-year-old woman.
It's about seven, almost 8
76
years.
is 2 years off of the year I was born.
And Kevin, you're
It
like
was
80.
probably the year Matt was born.
So what were you saying, Mahogany? About the chicken?
Yeah, I was just saying, like, that's the only place I would ever fry chicken because, you know, it's fucking set up for that, you know? But I would never do it in my kitchen. Not me. Not like bone in. Mm-mm. Got the wrong one.
It's an art.
Mm-hmm. One that I choose not to master. I can make lots of other
It's
things.
messy.
It is. I love fried gizzards, but I've gotten to the point now where I mostly just make them for myself at work if I really get the craving, or buy them made. Because at work, I can drop 10 pounds into a deep fat fryer and just eat fried gizzards all day. But at home, it's to fry 1 pound of gizzards it requires the whole kitchen, and
That's
it's
a lot
mess.
of gizzard.
It is, and they don't poop well.
Well, because they're an organ made for processing stones that birds eat because birds are dumb.
Yeah,
I thought
if you don't.
I thought they ate stones to help because they don't have teeth. It helps break down some of the bigger things that they do manage to eat.
That is
Use
probably
those
The
stones.
gizzard is a muscle that wraps around the large intestine of a bird, or the small intestine of a bird. I can't remember. It wraps around the intestine, and it just mushes the intestine to make all that hard shit that stupid fucking bird ate eventually come out of its butthole. And it's a delicious muscle. I'm glad birds are so dumb that the body developed that thing. But yeah. That's why you gotta search that gizzard when you're from to pull that green skin off. That's bile.
They're
skin.
like bubble gum, but made out of chicken meat.
Yeah, I love describing that to people because then they go, "Ew, gizzards sound gross," and I'm like, "Yeah, that way they'll stay 79 cents a pound at the grocery store. You don't eat them."
That's what
I
happened to
will.
chicken wings. Chicken wings used to be cheap as fuck.
Yo, get them in while you
No,
can.
they
'Cause
weren't.
the rumors is chicken wings are going away.
What do you mean?
There's going to be a chicken wing shortage coming up. Like toilet paper was hard to find. It's going to be hard to find chicken wings.
I mean, I could live with that. I can live that chicken wings are a commodity.
They already are. I bought a case of wings today for work. It was $150.
How many pounds?
20. No, wait. 40. 10, 20, 30, 40. 40 pounds. Don't take my gizzards. Don't. You took
Oh,
oxtail.
don't do that to oxtail's so fucking good.
I know they took it away. It used to be cheap as fuck.
Thanks, Obama.
No. That's not
Maybe it
funny.
is. Look, Obama said it himself while trying to dunk a cookie in a glass of milk that didn't fit. He was just like, "Thanks, Obama," and that makes me laugh every time.
It was a good moment when he
Yeah, no.
took
Yeah.
it, did that with it.
It's,
That was also 10
it's
years
still
ago.
funny to me because it holds no value now.
There is the reason right there. It's still funny to him.
A lot of things are still funny to me though.
Such as?
Green screens where I'm a floating head. Shit's fucking hilarious.
That was pretty. I
was a
don't
good
know.
moment.
It was pretty fun.
I want that like in a frame hung up in my room.
Can make that happen.
Yeah, this is very doable.
I want to do that because that's just a great like little
No,
collage.
he says that, but he's going to end up having it as his next background when he's on the green screen. So now there's 20 noobs all staring at him.
Wallpaper.
I didn't think about that, but now it's gonna
I'm
be.
gonna say there's 10 noobs
Thanks,
in
Kevin.
that picture, so that would technically be 11 noobs staring at us.
How many noobs would a noob? If a noob could.
Well,
Noob.
noob
Kevin,
can't do
End the
any
show.
noobs.
Where can they find us?
Hey guys, thanks for watching, and remember to check us out. Our home show is Homebrew Detritus. That is one word, homebrew, all one. And then Detritus, Detritus. And we are on anywhere you can find podcasts and YouTube as well. Also, if we have a Patreon and get some gear from Redbubble.
You sounded like a fifth grader reading off of a script for like a play.
The cue cards. were
Yeah,
on
that was
point.
really good though.
Yeah.
And find us on the Detritus. Bye, everybody.
I was trying to remember it. You know, I'm not the
forget you're
greatest
watching
when put on
Noob
the
Show.
spot.
New show. Like us, rate us, subscribe to us. Give us your money. I might put my wiener
Yeah.
on Patreon. We don't know yet. Bye.
Oh.
Yeah. Awkward ending.